Let's talk about Tesla upcoming discounts, what we might predict over the next quarter on what the best deals could be happening for which models, and more importantly, when is a promotional financing offer coming to the Model 3 and the Model Y. And on top of that, big update for the Canada market. We just saw that they have dropped prices by a massive amount. So shout out to everybody that's watching from Canada. And so let's take a look at it. Right now, let's be real, there's not a lot of incentives at the moment. The only Tesla that is really worth getting, I would say, is going to be the Cybertruck, because it has 0% financing with full self-driving purchase. And on top of that, you can find inventory discounts up to like $8,000, $10,000 off. Foundation series seems to be sold out, but it seems to also be popping up randomly as well. Everything else, I mean, unless you're paying cash or you're going through a credit union, like where the credit union, you can get like 4 to 5%, but really that's not that much better unless you're doing like a massive down payment. Like if I was someone right now that I just got into, an accident, knock on wood, and I had to replace my vehicle, or if I was facing a massive service bill that I had to pay like what, $5,000, couple $1,000 to get the vehicle repaired, and it just doesn't make any sort of sense, then really my move would be maybe like a credit union financing and try and put like a massive amount down, so you're not financing too much at like these 4 to 5% interest rates. If you're in that situation, I certainly feel for you. Definitely check out our Patreon group down below in the description, where you can get access to our credit union list that gets interest or better interest rates than 5.54%. But there's still other incentives out there, like America's Hero, Lyft Driver, 3 months of full self-driving if you use a Tesla referral link, just like the one down below in the description. And of course, free blue, white, or red paint if you take delivery by, the next few days at this point. So by July 14th. In other breaking news, we've got a massive price reduction for Model Y prices in Canada, dropping it by $20,000. Of course, this was similar to the price before, but then the tariffs really messed it up. And so it went up $20,000 and now it is back down to reality. But let's talk about what are some of the predictions of incentive rates, especially finance incentive rates over the next quarter or so, and what I personally feel like model by model, or really just Model Y or Model 3, what they will actually go to. Going off right here, I think the referral program is not going to be changing at all. If anything, it might go away and disappear. In terms of free supercharging transfer, I don't think we'll see that at all. Free full self-driving transfer, I think we'll see that for the foreseeable next 2 quarters, that is for sure. And then going to finance rates. So finance rates, right now we've got 5.54% across the board for Model Y, Model 3, Model S, and Model X. I do predict, if we go line by line here, Model Y, I could easily see seeing it go down to 1.99%. I think Model 3, I think it could go down to 0% as it was last quarter. The reason why I don't think it will go down to 0% for the Model Y is because I don't think Tesla needs to go down to 0%. They already have the tax credit just disappearing and leaving. They try to plaster it as much as they can, and we'll probably start to see more marketing efforts over the next month or second or third quarter or third month, in which they try and really stress that the $7,500 federal tax credit is ending and you must take delivery by the end of the month. And so end of the quarter, which is going to be September 30th. I think it could get really crazy as we get through these next 2 months, give or take. And so that's why I really feel like they don't need to go down to 0%. I would love to see Tesla go 0% on the Model Y, but I think they're just going to stick to a 1.99% type of range. In terms of leasing payments for Model 3 and the Model Y, I don't really think there's going to get that much difference. If anything, maybe they make the leasing payment for the Model Y a little bit more aggressive, like they did last quarter with $1,000 down instead of the $3,000 down. But I think at this point, they might just try and keep it the same and really just focus on the interest rate, making that more favorable with that. In terms of inventory discounts, yes, there still are inventory discounts, and we try and keep a list of the best inventory discounts on our deal spreadsheet down below in the description. So if you want to see what's out there, but Model 3 is where you're going to find the $2,000 to $3,000 off. Model Y, not so much, because they're demo discounts and they're not really that favorable either way at the end of the day. Maybe we see some better inventory discounts as the demo vehicles that have mileage. Maybe we start to see those get a little bit better over the next quarter or so. And when I mean better, like actually getting $1 per mile that the demo vehicle has as a discount, or even maybe $1.5 per mile. So like I would love to see like a demo status vehicle that has like 1,000 miles, but it's like $3,000 off. That would be a potentially good deal. In terms of vehicle releases, like taking a look at like 7-seater, 6-seater Model Y Performance, I would love to see it in the release in the next month, but a part of me feels like that's not going to be releasing until the fourth quarter because they want to focus on what they can sell, and what they can sell is volume, which is going to be Model Y that they've already produced all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, or they can produce at high levels, or even Model 3 at the same production rate and everything. I mean, we're already seeing favorable rates, and I would love to be wrong, and maybe we see 0% financing for across the board for Model 3 and Model Y. That would be fantastic. I mean, they're already kind of doing it, or very similar, close to doing it in other countries. 0.99 for Model Y, and China at 0%. I mean, 0.99, 1.99, or even 0%. It's all very similar. Yes, it's still interest at the end of the day, but I mean, they could essentially go to 0.99, save a little bit, and probably still have the same effect as a 0% interest rate. Another interesting news, Tesla shareholder meeting has been scheduled for November 6th. This is like a yearly meeting, not to be confused with the earnings call, which is happening in the later parts of July and the next future. And so let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. Planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks for that, everyone, and let us know what you think on some of these incentives. Do you agree? Do you? I mean, I think I know what a lot of people are going to be saying is we want 0% financing for all Model Ys. But the big question is, if Tesla just goes to 1.99, we'll just talk Model Y because I feel like a lot of you are out there trying to buy a Model Y. If Tesla goes to 1.99, will you hit the buy button, the deposit button, the Tesla deposit $250 button right away? Or are you going to be holding out for 0%? I mean, I guess the question is, if we do some of the math between like 0% and 1.99, like what's the actual difference? But the biggest way to make up that difference, especially if you're selling your vehicle or trading in your vehicle, is getting you maximum value for your vehicle that you're selling to get a Tesla. And that's where our partners at Give Me the VIN come into play. Give Me the VIN wants you to get you the maximum value for the vehicle that you're selling. And you can do this by submitting your vehicle information down at the link down below in the description. They partner you up with one of their consultants to get you the maximum value for your current vehicle, and they'll buy nationwide from the comfort of your house. They're also doing a $25,000 cash giveaway as well if you sell their vehicle to them. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And thank you to everybody that support the channel in the past and in the future by using our links down below in the description.